I have a twin sister, and we live together, my mother, father, and my sister. We live together. We had very good life because my father was very hard worker person. And we had piano. We studied to play piano before World War II. We did not because I was a child. When war started, I was 10 years old. Before, I don't remember about anti-Semitism or something. I don't remember it. It had to be. We know we are Jewish. We know. But it was not so hard. Nobody talk about this. We, in the family, we knew it. Former Soviet Union, it was, they did not accept religion, a special Jewish religion, and almost all of synagogue was closed. Maybe our parents knew, but we as a children, we did not know about something about religion, exactly as a religion to go to synagogue, to know some pray. No. It was not. It was not. But I think because my father was enough adult, we were second family. His first family was killed in World War I in pogrom. He had wife and son. He lost them. And he was married when he was 38 years old. It was his second family. Jewish people live in shtetls. It was small places, and Ukraine people, maybe 10, maybe 12 people, made to them and kill all family. All family. It is reason why my father lost his first family. My father was a barber. Да, как это парикмахер? Barber. He worked very, very hard. He did not know weekend. In his weekend, he went to some agro places and clean people in Agra and receive some money from this. He did not have vacation, did not have a weekend. All the time he walked because he had a family. My mother, she had a problem with her heart when he was young. And it was reason he have to work a lot to, as he saw, he wanted his family have to live good. My father didn't believe what happened Nazi with Jewish people because he remember in World War I, in his title, stay Germany army. It was intelligent, very smart people. He did not believe. He told it is a communism propaganda. It was reason why we did not evacuate it in some time. We waited in a city before Nazis came to city. And in that time when my mother went to buy some food, she saw on the wall, it was some paper, Jewish people with the children, with the gold and what they had, tables with the old and the young people have to go far away. It was a tractor factory far away from downtown, and special day, special time. In that time, my mother understood what exactly happened. She put us hand by hand and moved to east from city. It was very big panic. And people talk to one another where it is transport to go to east of country. And we went with the mother. We found some trains. It was very cold. And sometime somebody opened a door, he saw woman with two children and move us in. We did not know where is our father. We did not know. And echelon, no, in time, went very, very slowly. Maybe 100 or 100.5 kilometers from Kharkov. People in a wagon, it was a lot of people. They hear song about Messerschmitt. It was aeroplane of Nazis, Messerschmitt. They had special song, ooh, ooh, ooh. And we knew people in this time echelon stop. It was filled around. And some of people say we have to go out from wagon because if they bomb it, all we died. But it was wrong decision because we saw in a щель, как это, small piece of wagon, we saw how pilot from Messerschmitt flew down and killed by big one, killed children, killed people in the field. And we saw, with my mother, we saw one woman lay on the ground and two children ran around her. In this moment, my mother put us to Hinik. Who does he say, if we have to be killed, we have to be together. I don't want to live without you. And I don't want you will live without me. But thank God, in this time, our echelon very slowly moved. Nobody was killed. Only people who move out. And the second bomb, it was it was close to Belgorod and close to Oryol. It was close to Moscow. It was second time when we hear Messerschmitt airplane. But in this time, our echelon, I remember it was yesterday. They bombed echelon before us because we saw wagon and killed people, hand and heart and legs around. We saw it. It was echelon before us. And thank God we moved out. But I remember how hot it was because вокзал, как это, station, yes, was fire. And when our echelon moved in, fire from this, it was, sometime it was very, very hot in our wagon. I remember this. No, we move to east, to northeast. It was cold enough. In 1941, it was very, very cold summertime. Oh, winter time, sorry, I'm sorry. Winter time was very, very cold, and we came to Moscow. It was a lot of snow, and we moved east. In this wagon, it was special from wood, special places from wall where people sit and lay, and it was a special metal печка, как-то. Печка, как называется? Ну, обычная печка, как называется? Fireplace, because it was cold, and people have to prepare something. And when echelon stay, and some of people in some station brought some food. And in one, maybe for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, my mother moved and brought something for it. Because we were maybe two more months. Yes, it was very, very hard. It was very hard, not only physical, but moral, because we did not know where father is, what happened, who was killed. It was very, very hard. It was very hard before our father found us. And he worked in this factory maybe for 16 hours a day. But he was not prepared for this job because he was a barber. But he worked. He was a very, very hard worker person, very, very hard worker. He brought from factory, and my mother started to work in a factory. And I remember how they brought us with a metal box some soup from factory. It was a small place for living. People had houses, and a government moved owner of this house and give us one room in their house. It was government decision, and people could not say, no, I don't want to send some. And it was a very big room with 5 windows. And this room did not heat because they use it only in summertime. They have a small part of wall, and heat was in another room. In this wall, small part of wall, my parents sent bed, some kind of bed for us, for my sister and me. And we came to this place. I was sick. I was sick more than 3 months. It was not doctor because all doctor and nurse, they were in front. And nobody knows what happened with me. But I remember I could not accept light. It was very, very hard time to live. Very, very hard. We did not have enough food because we had any time knowing this when we came, maybe in 3 months, 3, 4 months, we received a ticket for bread, for sugar, for for some of food. Some of food. But my father worked very, very hard. Very, very hard. And because he was barber, director of this fabric knew he is barber. He asked him to clean people because it is sanitary. Причем this have to be after his job. Without money, but they gave him bottle with a vodka, with a wine, and I remember how my mother sold it. He bought bread for us. It was my father, thank God, he worked very, very hard. We did not see him. And in this city where I lived, it's big city. Now, in that time, they had several factory from buses. They produce buses and airplane. And when Nazis came close to Moscow, it was in 1941. And this Novgorod was very close, 400 kilometers from Moscow. And Nazis started to bomb this factory. It was not so close to us. But in this moment when they bombed, we were student. I was in 4th grade, fifth grade, I forgot. They moved us from school to outside. It was cold, it was snow, and we did not have enough clothes, enough food. My father received from factory, received boots for him, and he gave me. I was 11 years old. And where we go out from school, it was snow, and we run. I fall down to snow, and I could not move out. And after this, I отморозила, как это? It was, yes, it was my hand in my knees and the hand. When I moved to school, they put my to school and start my hand under cold water. Cold water, it was so painful. And from this time, I was very sensitive for cold. When our city were liberated in 1943, in August 1943, my mother started to talk. We have to go back because we have here very bad life. Maybe in our house in Kharkov will be much better. Yes, but my father could not move because it was war, and the factory worked for war, produced motorcycles. When we came to our city, we lived before war, we lived in 200 building. We found big, как это, яма? Hall. Big hall. We did not have our house. She support us. She gave us money. And we feel themselves as a family from military, family from person. And it was reason why government give us some room. In a room, in some neighbor, 5 neighbor around. It is corridor. We had a room and 5 neighbors, 1 toilet, in 1 sink, in a kitchen, 5 table in a kitchen, and 1 toilet for 15 people. Yes. It was start life after war. In 1946, after war, my father was in Nizhny Novgorod. She became sick, malaria. Malaria is the same. It is sometimes it is very high, and sometimes it is low temperature. He was alone, and my mother went to him and put him home. He was very, very skinny in this time. And we start to live, start to go to the school. And after war, maybe 20, 25 years, nobody say any word about war. Because it was not family. With somebody lost. My family lost. I lost to my cousin. No, one cousin. He was only 22 years old. And second, my cousin came from front blind, without eyes. But in this time, I was 15, 16 years. We were young. We were very, very happy after war. Very happy. Even there, I remember my bleeding cousin with his friend who was without hand, without legs. They dance, they song, because they was happy afterwards. They were alive. Anti-Semitism in Ukraine, we feel more and more harder after war. After war. When I graduated in university and wanted to have a job, and I was a doctor, and I knew in some hospital, in some organization, they need my specialist. And I had interview, and they say me, okay, tomorrow we'll bring you documents, your diploma, your passport, and we will hire you. But when I came, they saw in my passport, in paragraph number 5, I'm Jewish. Oh, we are sorry. We are sorry. Yesterday we hired another person. It was several times. Afterward, it was very, very hard. And it is harder and harder. I could not find job as a doctor. I was a nurse several times. I work in a very good hospital. And they killed a lot of Jewish doctor, very smart, very, it was academic, it was professor, it was very, very smart. It is what happened with Jewish doctors in that time. And anti-Semitism grows, especially in Ukraine. And my children, my daughter married, and children grows. And in 1990, we opened first time After a long time, it's open synagogue and Jewish school. And sometime my oldest grandson, children say him, kill him, and say, go to Israel. Very often some people say, move to Israel, move to Israel, move to Israel. And this anti-Semitism grow. We came here as a, как это называется? As a refugee, and American government help us. And I came here when I was 65 years old, when my husband passed away. My daughter came 1 year before me, and we sent document to America. And when my daughter came to America, in 1 month, my husband was diagnosed as a lung cancer. In this year, when came document visa to come here, he died. I was alone. And his ash I brought here and buried here in cemetery with a rabbi, because I want my children have to know they have grave with their father. It was very hard time for me because I came here without any English word. I was 65. I could not walk, nobody. And I received all, in one moment, I received all SSI, all what I have to live. And but for me, it was a very, very hard time because I came as an empty place, without language, without lifestyle, without friends and relatives. And I start to study in college, a little study. We did not know about this, about what is mean Holocaust survival. We did not know this, even this word we did not know. Nobody say. Nobody say. When we knew about people was killed in Poland, in Auschwitz, in Kiev, Babi Yar, we knew about this. But what is mean Holocaust survivor did not. Only here. Close to 100 people, Holocaust survivors, from Poland, from Hungary, from French, from Greek, from Norway, from all of Europe, east of Europe. And they don't believe from Russia. It is Holocaust survivor in Russia. It can't be. They don't believe in this. I was only one all this time. It was 2000. And the director of this program asked to claim conference. И claim conference подтвердил.
Yeah, confirmed. Confirmed.
I could not think about war, about what happened all the time, because I grew up, I was a student in university, then medical school, and I married, I had children, I have grandchildren. I could not think about this all the time. But when I came here, I have to talk to the military, to the school children. We went everywhere. It was very hard because, right now, I have to remember all. This night I could not sleep because I all as a movie I see before my eyes. It is important for me. Exactly. I feel, yes, when I came to this group, I feel, synagogue, even to synagogue, I feel myself as I am my people, with my people around. It is very good feeling, because I came here alone. And I feel, yes, exactly, especially in synagogue, in Jewish family, children, people. And yes, I feel myself, I'm with the people as I am.